It's an honor for me to join you through this video message. This session is both timely and relevant to share about recent experiences in this thematic area and jointly seek solutions to achieve an even greater impact. I'm pleased to share some key messages from the brief about elevating the potential of rural youth, paths to decent jobs and sustainable futures. While virtually all countries are undergoing a demographic transition, many developing countries are experiencing increases in their working age population. Much of this sizable youth population lives in sub-Saharan Africa, especially in rural areas. However, rural youth are facing many challenges and decent work deficits. A critical concern is the 289 million youth who are not in employment, education, or training, especially in rural areas. And when employed, many young workers are far more likely than adults to be in informal employment and working poverty. A gender lens is most needed, as young women have suffered greater employment impacts during recent crises. Despite all these obstacles, rural youth can play a catalytic role in the transition to green and digital economies, in boosting the agri-food sector while transforming rural economies. How do we do it? Accelerating and scaling up our concerted efforts to boost decent jobs for rural youth. In our brief, we acknowledge that an integrated and coordinated approach that is gender-sensitive, rights-based, and underpinned by social dialogue can be most effective. For that, it's essential to implement strategies that tackle issues related to both labor demand and supply, as well as the efficiencies in matching. Let me share two other key points. The first is by harnessing youth's creativity and innovation, we can advance digital solutions and sustainable practices in the agri-food sector and rural areas. While over time, rural employment has shifted from agriculture to other sectors, the agri-food sector plays an essential role in our societies and continues to employ a significant share of youth, especially in low and middle-income countries. Therefore, it's key to put in place policies and programs that promote decent jobs for youth in this sector and in rural areas more broadly. In that regard, the ILO policy guidelines on the promotion of decent work in the agri-food sector provide us with comprehensive guidance and can be adapted into national contexts. The guidelines highlight the importance of creating employment for youth, ensuring that their rights at work are respected, that they have access to social protection, and that they take part in social dialogue. Second, as we move forward, translating youth voices into concrete action is key to responding to their aspirations. By working with and for young people, we will ensure our call for transforming agri-food system and rural development models is also the call of the new generations. In that regard, strong partnerships are very important. Together, we can formulate and implement actionable intervention models that boost the creation of more and better jobs for young people in rural areas, assist young farmers and entrepreneurs, and enable young people to increase their knowledge about their rights at work. Considering these points, today's session is a unique opportunity to share examples, identify catalytic solutions, and fuel innovation into our joint actions. Let me end by calling for a renewed commitment to advancing decent work and social justice in rural areas, and by encouraging all of us to use the ideas and pledges that result from the Global Conference of Decent Jobs for Youth to shape the future of work we want for and with rural youth. Thanks a lot.